So you're thinking of taking the martial arts and wondering, do I have the ability to do it? Maybe you want to know what styles you should learn, or what you're physically able to take. Stay tuned, we'll talk about it. Welcome to Shihan's Dojo. I'm Shihan Marty Husband, and we're here today to help you build your martial arts skills, or if you're wanting to take the martial arts, how to better understand it. So if you want to build your knowledge in the martial arts and your skills, this is the place you should be. So jab that subscribe button and punch that bell so we can notify you when we have a new video coming out if you haven't already. Our question today is, what type of martial arts do you have in your area that you might have questions about? Let us know of these schools or styles around in your area, and we'll see if we can help you if you need more information. I've been asked by several people if they should take the martial arts and what they should take. I feel that anyone and everyone can do it if that's their desire or they have a willingness to learn and build on some goals. It's not about your size or athletic ability or if it's easy for you to learn. Yet sometimes you have to weigh your options built on your present abilities. What I mean is that if you have injuries or some sort of physical ailment or a problem or something you are concerned about that could be exacerbated during training, you should consider the type of training that is being done in these schools. Let's say if you have a bad back, you might want to hold off a bit on doing jiu-jitsu or judo or anything that's dropping until you either have the back corrected. Never, under any circumstances, especially if you have a physical condition, make sure you consult your physician on what you are thinking. If this type of an injury has happened, and for back injury, you might want to consider doing a standing style such as karate, kung fu, Okinawan Tode, taekwondo, and there are many other types of stand-up fighting for the martial arts. This is not to say you couldn't do some form of judo or jiu-jitsu at some point. We'll get you started in trying to make the right decisions of where you might want to go with your martial arts, especially if you're looking to provide some self-defense. I stated this in a previous video, but one of the most interesting martial artists I've ever met was a man taking his third dan black belt test. This man was blinded as a teenager and had never taken the martial arts before then. I watched him take on several people for his self-defense portion and handled them as easily as a sighted person would. It was great. And even though I was testing for my 6th degree at the time, he was far more impressive to me than anybody else had been there. He did kata that was just unbelievable. It was technically perfect for a third dan. I mean, if it had been me grading, I would have thought he would have been a higher dan the way he looked. Over the years, I've had the privilege of working with kids who have autism and attention deficit disorder. It's often amazing to see how much the martial arts can benefit them. I've gotten to work with people in their 80s that have wanted to take the martial arts, and the surprising tenacity they had in training just blew me away. So let's understand, the serious nature of the martial arts is what you want to get out of it. Do you want to do it for self-defense, physical fitness, goals, or maybe even the creme de la creme, sports? These are the questions you have to ask yourself because of the discipline it will take and the hard work. Don't think it's easy, because it's not, but everyone can do it. It's a commitment to yourself, and you have to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Whenever someone asks me if they should take the martial arts, and they're old enough to understand what I'm telling them, I tell them one thing: either do it or don't. Don't waste your time, and don't waste my time. I do this to basically tell them, if you give me everything you have, I will give you everything I can to teach you and help you understand the martial arts. My job as an instructor is to help you reach your goal, whether it be your 1st degree black belt, whether it's to become a 3rd or 4th, whether it's to do sport. It's your goal I have to help you to accomplish. Otherwise, I'm spinning my wheels, and neither one of us will learn from the process. That's why I refer to this as a commitment. Sometimes today it's hard to find people in society who want to commit themselves to anything. Because it's work and improvement, it's solely dependent upon your ability to push yourself and your instructor's ability to keep inspiring you to continue. Some tips I would recommend if you feel that you can handle them would be as follows. Like wrestling or have wrestling, take up some jiu-jitsu. It doesn't have to be Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or BJJ as it's commonly called. Most Jiu-Jitsus have the same commercial background, if you want to call it that. The implications and techniques are all basically the same. Differences is in the experience of the instructors, their rank, so be wary. I mean, if you get somebody who's not a black belt in a certain style teaching you, so make sure you understand that. If you like stand-up fighting, this is the one most everyone can do. You can take it whether you're in a wheelchair or having no problems at all. This includes systems we mentioned such as karate, toe-day, kung fu, taekwondo, boxing, krav maga, etc. There's a lot of options out there for you. You determine which abilities you have physically, such as kicking and punching and how high you can kick, and the different types of free sparrings you might want with that art. Say like from full contact to no contact. I mean, there are martial arts out there who do no contact, but are very good at self-defense. No contact doesn't mean that you won't get hit or anything like that, but it does mean that you're learning to control the technique, stopping it where you want. Don't get me wrong, full contact's great if you like punishment. But if you're wanting self-defense, if you can learn to stop a punch right there on the chin, when you have to, you can stop it behind their head. There are many other types of styles out there you could choose from. Soft styles such as Aikido, circular jiu-jitsu, or hard styles like Shotokan and Shori. No matter which one you take, there'll be a challenge for you. This challenge is up to you to do it, so commit yourself to something you feel comfortable with. Each individual is different, and if you have questions on the type of martial arts you'd like to study, leave me a comment and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Because sometimes taking a martial arts class can be very confusing with all the types and the TV hype and the movie hypes that you see out there. Don't forget to comment what type of martial arts you have in your area and the questions you might have about it. Let's get a conversation started so we can find better ways to train. And don't hesitate to tell us what you think or see or questions you might have. Tell friends about us, share us, like us, let us know. And we'll see you again here on Shihan's Dojo.